Hello guys, I hope you're doing alright. In this video I wasn't able to fit everything in the transcript, so try to follow me, because I have more to say than I was able to write down. This entire world can be considered an actual cell within the body of an immensely large creature. It's a soul-devouring macro being that feeds on the souls of the inhabitants dying within the cells of its body. The macro being, in the body of which we are, has a lifespan of at least a few million years. I believe it's around 50,000 years old now. Currently, the immensely large creature has surpassed its infancy, and if we use a human as a reference, it would be the equivalent of a 2-year-old child. In terms of a diverse diet, a 2-year-old child feeds like an adult, and that's also the case with the immensely large creature. Its diet consists of the souls of a large variety of species. But that wasn't always the case. From the time when it was still a fetus to only a few centuries ago, it received a sustenance that a newborn gets, lacking the great variety of its current diet. Back then, it fed on the souls of enormous dragon-like creatures, the souls of their prey, the souls of the plankton their prey fed on, and the souls of the thousands of species of bacteria present in all of them. Once it was born and it surpassed its infancy, the immensely large creature needed a greater variety in its diet. That led to a continuous downsizing of animals and to the creation of countless more species. The enormous dragons and their prey were killed, and their bodies were petrified and became the landscape we walk upon. The petrified cadavers of some of those dragons are still visible in various places throughout the world. I already showed you the petrified cadavers of the Siberian dragons. 2 of them are visible. The head of the smaller one has a length of 15 kilometers. Let's see. From here, yeah, so there you have it, 15 kilometers or so. And the length of the bigger one's head is around 40 kilometers. Here it is, by the way, I hope you can see. This is his left eyebrow, right eye. Here is the tip of its snout. This is the head. Let's measure the distance. As you can see, it's around 40 kilometers or so. Okay. Then there is the Moroccan Dragon. Its petrified cadaver stretches for more than 1700 kilometers. So this is the tail, these are its legs, its body, and here is its throat, and here is its head. Let's measure it, its total length first. There you have it, more than 1700 kilometers. Let's see. The length of its head. Here it is. This is its head. From here to here. this particular dragon was actually severely decomposed before it was petrified. So the head is, let's see, yeah, around 100 kilometers. The exact location where its throat was cut and where it bled to death is also visible. That's here. Here are the cuts. Now it has other cuts as well, but this was the fatal one. Here is another cut in its throat, but this didn't went all the way through. There are actually ancient texts referring to the dragon's throat being cut by a mighty sword. Well, yes, it was cut, but it was an actual sword. I believe it was a gigantic lightning bulb that actually cut this creature's throat. Either way, the fatal cut in its throat is clearly visible. It died a violent death, that's for sure. The plated scales throughout its body are also distinguishable. You can see them here. These are all plates. These are the plates in its neck. And it even has plates in its tail that are visible. There you have them. Okay. Before I continue, I want to clarify what the total length of a dragon is. Luckily, the contours of the petrified cadaver of the Moroccan dragon show its full length. So I was able to determine that the total length of a dragon is around 15 times the length of its head. So the length of the smaller Siberian dragon would be around 225 kilometers, and the length of the bigger Siberian dragon would be 600 kilometers. Now I'll show you the petrified cadaver of the biggest dragon I was able to find. This one was enormous. Its head lies between Antarctica and South America, so I'll call it the Antarctic Dragon. Its head is the only visible part of its body. The distance between its eyes is no less than 500 kilometers. See, here is. So there you have it. The length of its head is 2000 kilometers. There it is. This means that the total length of this creature was a staggering 30,000 kilometers. The horn tips of its snout, there you have them, as well as its left eyebrow, are sticking above water, creating several islands. There is also a huge scar on its head. It's this one, showing that it died a violent death, just like the Moroccan dragon. Also, this stretch of water, the name of it is Drake Passage. Let me type that in. Drake Passage. There it is. So, this water is called Drake Passage, but what does the word Drake means? Well, actually, in modern day English, the word Drake means a male duck, but in ancient English it meant something different. Let's see. As you can see, it meant dragon, Satan, or dragon, sea monster, huge serpent. Well, that's it. So we know that previous civilization knew exactly about the existence of these dragons. It's our world rulers that are hiding this information from us. Well, I do believe they have good reasons to do so. Now, many of you will disagree with me, but still, ancient civilization knew about what these creatures were. They knew about their existence, and actually they knew about the very nature of reality. There are around 11,000 kilometers from the center of this flat plain to the dome. So I'm aware that creatures as big as the Antarctic Dragon wouldn't be able to move freely in such a tight space. But we shouldn't forget that this world is a cold-blooded soul farm and was not designed for the comfort of the farmed animals. Those dragons only needed to be able to crawl around and to make short flights. They really felt like birds in a cage. I said there are around 100 levels to the bottom of this half-full sphere, and our level is the top one. I've also said that each of those levels has a 25 kilometers thick floor with a distance of around 60 kilometers from sea level to the ceiling. This means that none of the subterranean levels are big enough to house creatures as big as the Antarctic Dragon and the Moroccan Dragon. Only creatures as big as the Siberian dragons could fit there. And I think that was the case. The amount of space that each level provides was utilized to farm creatures big enough to fit in it in a most efficient way. Thanks for watching, guys. This was it. Take care and don't believe the mainstream narrative. Bye.